twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Caught in Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
What's up? What's really going on? Welcome to the podcast, Caught in Two Minds. I'm E. Marshall. Let's Gooner Rush.
Hey, we're excited. We're excited, everybody.
Everybody went down to the city fairgrounds. What's it called? The city grounds. It's a lovely atmosphere.
It's a classic historic building.
That's all your boy kept saying on that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're having a lovely time at the city grounds. Are they not? FA Cup third round. And Arsenal are out.
Hey, we're out.
We've won this competition more than any club, and this is the second time we've gone out this early in the stages to the same club, Nottingham Forest. What, 4 years ago or something like that? Who knows? Don't quote me on that.
Something like that.
Go check. Yeah. I'm sure you tell me I'm wrong, but other than that, this is going to be a quick podcast. Catch us on YouTube. Not a lot you can really talk about on this one. Fitz, what are some of your thoughts? What do you got going on?
So I guess maybe I got a little conspiracy in me today. Not conspiracy. I'm just cynical, but I don't know. I don't really feel like we went after this anyway.
It sure didn't look like it.
It was like he was willing to, if somebody was going to nick one, then great.
Mm-hmm.
But excuse me.
No, it's cool. It's one of those
it looked like, hey, if we nick one, fine or whatever, but the effort was really weird. But I was starting to get that feeling all the way down, and then at the very end,
mm-hmm.
when you see a Kolasinac enter into the game in the 91st minute when you're down one,
right.
I mean, you're killing time more than anything. What's that about? And
that was a trip.
We had a sideline throw in right after that, and they came in, and it was like, hey, we obviously got one more shot, and he threw it backwards, and they tapped it to the center back in the middle of the pitch to Holding, and they didn't even. And I was like,
the effort late.
Everything seems like they're telling me, like, hey, we're really not going after this.
I mean, that's a good shout, because I thought it was real strange about how there was no sense. Usually, oh shit, the other team scores and Arsenal kind of kick it into gear and really try to push forward and even the game out. But everything was so slow, especially late, like in injury time. Like we were not moving the ball around, really trying to create anything. There was one situation where Ben White had it, and he was just basically like he stopped with the ball at his feet. Nobody's moving around. There's nobody to pass the ball to. So, I mean, who knows? But, first of all, when you dress like Spurs, you play like Spurs. The all white, no, you know what I mean? I get it. There's a lot of stabbings and all that. I'm not saying that has anything to do with it, but I just thought about that. It's like, I mean,
our public persona is very important to the club ownership.
We're never going to wear those uniforms again, and that's good. That's good. And I hope everybody gets the message. You can't be running around stabbing people. You need to go get you a gun, like here in America, and start shooting people. Okay? Stop it.
No,
I'm playing. But, damn, I shouted. The way we started the game told me everything I needed to see. There was none of that quick passing, movement, everybody involved. And that could be because it was a new squad. But I just think those philosophies that Arteta wants to implement into the team should be able to carry over against the Nottingham Forest. And the side wasn't that weakened.
Yeah.
People are going off on Eddie right now. Bless his heart. Every time he plays, there's nothing going on in the midfield. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Yeah.
He can't really. But people tend to blame him for performances like that in his case. But to me,
yeah,
I mean, the Charlie Patino, everybody was excited to see him, and he's still a very young player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's not ready. Who else? Saka looked frustrated all game. It was just a poor performance.
I didn't come out the gate feeling like, oh, we tried to. It just seemed like Nottingham, like towards the end of the first half, they almost nicked a good chance, and it was like they just snapped, and they were like, you know what, man, forget it. Let's just go at these fools. Let's just go. They just started coming at us, and we did not respond well at all. That
was the approach I thought we would take coming out at halftime. But like you just said, Nottingham Forest took that approach. Like, you know what? We can get these fools. We can get at them.
Yeah.
It's how it looked like to me when they came out, because they put more pressure on us. Now, a blessing in disguise. It sucks we lost this match. A lot of people, on my Twitter feed, most people rate the FA Cup. They love it, all the history. I'm one of those people. I like it. We're always in it. It's exciting. The final was always at a good time of the year. It's just fun.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed we lost, but the silver lining could be the urgency of bringing in players in this transfer market.
See, now you starting to feel me a little bit. That's kind of where I was going too. Like, not necessarily he went for this, but like you said, there's a silver lining. Sometime there's an alternate view on like the result.
Right.
And I mean, if he was even just trying to get a little hint towards the board that, hey, the only problem we have on this team now is depth.
And
we're playing our backups, a lot of backups in this game. We got backups on the bench, blah, blah, blah. Look at this. We had problems with Nottingham Forest with our depth. We need to sign some depth. It's like he's sending a message like,
how long have me and you been dealing with this for Arsenal? With January comes and we have a depleted squad. Either with Wenger, it was through injuries. And now it's like we're loaning players out that we may possibly need for the next month. Like Maitland-Niles, he's in Roma now, and it's like
he's kind of smug about it, which makes me think like we're signing some people.
Gotta be based on today, based on Cedric. Based on
like you said, letting Maitland-Niles go.
Letting Maitland-Niles go based on Patino's performance today. I'm not saying he was going to come in and be a savior or a hero, but at the same time, we don't have any depth in the midfield. If Xhaka gets a red card, and we don't bring anybody in, we're going to be counting on people like Patino. Or dare I say Jack Wilshere? You know what I mean? Is that the plan? We're going to sign Jack.
I know.
His thighs are still pigeon-thighed. Pigeon-toed. He's got pigeon thighs. That's what I used to always say.
Pigeon-thighed.
They're turned in.
Yeah. They look like a couple of good drumsticks.
Anyway. So I don't know what the deal is. You're right. There was not one. If you were going to give somebody a good performance, who would you give? Leno got beat on his near post again. I know that wasn't his fault, but he got beat on his near post again. I thought he should have maybe, come out. Anyway, it's not his fault, but it's just
and I always catch Leno on like when I see the replay, and then I'm like, I wonder if he could have done a little more or a little something different.
There's always that with Little.
Yeah, and I'm just, but I mean, hey, whatever. He had some good saves. He had some nice saves.
He did. Nice, quick reactionary, non-thinking saves.
I didn't think in particular. I didn't think Martinelli played bad. He seemed to be the only one that kind of was just pushing the wing a little bit.
I didn't think Martinelli played good at all. He didn't play bad, but it was just nothing really there. Odegaard, I thought he played all right. Saka looked frustrated all match. That guy over there, I forget his name, but he's a big kid. He was kind of hanging with Saka, playing physical.
Yes.
But the Tavares. That was crazy. First half, was he hurt or was he? Because he looked rusty as hell when he was out there. He was making. He made like three huge mistakes. Not huge, but the back pass to Leno was weird, and he just looked out of it. And then the next thing you know, Arteta's taking him out, and he didn't look too happy coming off.
He was kind of a big note to me that there was something up in his play, and like you said, he looked real rusty and stuff. But with some of these young players, man, we got to make sure that we just that he needs to make sure that he just you don't use the same theory with every young player that's coming along. So figure out how to really communicate to him, because what we loved about him in the beginning was that he was decisive. Right. And he went forward.
You don't want him guessing.
And then when he had his little bad game, I think that was Chelsea, maybe
Liverpool. He made
Liverpool, yes. Yeah. And he made two bad back passes, and he gave the ball away a couple times.
Right.
And that was it. But those two bad passes were kind of that same vein, where it was just the quick see somebody and just get rid of the ball and keep it moving.
Right.
And in theory, really, I don't dislike that play. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, when he ended up making some mistakes and stuff like that, it seems to have gotten in his head now, like
he's thinking.
And he's doing a little extra thinking. And what we liked about him was that you were kind of more reacting. You were just going at guys, using your guy and make that pass.
Yeah, that's a good point. He early on he was using his instincts, playing kind of wild. But within how we want to play, as far as with our fullbacks or our wing backs or whatever you want to call them, pushing up and getting involved. But yeah, today he was timid, and kind of like he had the handbrake on because he was thinking. Yeah, he was trying to put pieces to the puzzle together, and it was just like it wasn't working out for him. I blame a lot of it on the manager, not in the Arteta out, get him out of here, he's a bum, don't sign, not in that kind of way, just in a, like, you got to have this team, young team, ready to play. This is an important competition, and we need energy. We should at least came out there and had more energy and tried to make things happen. Not one shot on goal against a championship side. We're in the top four. Another thing is the lineup. I thought we haven't played in a while. We don't play again until Thursday. Why not, put a strong side out there, our stronger side, because this side wasn't as weak as, I don't know. The whole thing to me is just it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because that was one of those games where it's just like, whoa, this is how we used to play about a month ago. And it's no fun. It's no fun to watch. So
there's an argument to, did he just kind of overmanage the whole situation? We got big names on the schedule coming up.
Good. Yeah.
What was he trying to just kind of nick one out of here? Like, even effort wise, like, don't wear yourself out too much out there. Just let's play possession and just, and it was like, I get it, but a lot of the teams, you go grab at least that first goal, and then you maybe start thinking about, hey, let's back it up.
Right.
But go get your goal. Go out there and get one at least.
And I know it's I know we got Liverpool coming up on Thursday in a semifinal match for the Carling Cup. I'm gonna keep calling it Carling Caribou.
Yeah.
Stop it. But they don't have Salah, and they don't have Mane, and they don't have a few other Africans, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that's huge. And I'm not saying it's going to really weaken their squad because they got a good coach and they play a great style of football. That's always going to be a handful for people. But if he plays our starters today on Sunday, they should be ready to play that game on Thursday. I'm sorry.
I would think so. I mean,
Especially
you might
after
pick
having
one
a
or
full
two
week
that
off.
maybe you don't think can or something like that, then maybe one or two of them can. But
yeah. But like you said, try to put a stronger side out there, try to get a lead, and then maybe start taking people out. That's all I'm saying.
Isn't this one of them you get like 5 subs, 2 or something like that?
I think so.
I mean, you can't go stronger and very quickly. I mean, you ended up having to sub Nuno out before the half. So,
and are you doing that because he was playing bad? And if you are, that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing too. If that's the case.
And if hopefully
he got hit hella times, but
hopefully he's hurt, or not. Hopefully he's not hurt too bad. But I hope that was the situation,
right?
Because it was right at the moment where he was playing bad. You take him out, and he didn't look happy coming off the pitch. Like he wasn't limping.
Right.
He didn't call the medic, the physio, as they call it out. He didn't call the physio out there to get looked at or nothing. It was just he made a couple shitty passes, and the next thing you know, his ass is on the bench. So who knows? Hopefully that's not going to bubble up into, another example of Arteta's man management.
Just please don't be a disciplinary thing, because I don't. It's the one place I still don't trust my manager right now.
His man management is kind of shaky.
His disciplinary is just
right. I mean, although he's getting it right with Aubameyang, I will say that. But hey, me and you, what have I been saying? He's a joker.
Yeah,
I've been saying he's a joker for years. The giggling, the dancing, the hair.
Yeah,
the black.
I mean, the only complaint can be that maybe you didn't do it fast enough, because it's really become an issue now. Where there's a lot of us on the team, a lot of fans in the firm,
right,
that have been going, "Hey, man, Aubameyang's not doing it for me for a while now." I mean,
and ever since he's left, the team has been playing great, and the style of play has been better. The passing's been quicker. We've been scoring goals, and we actually competed against Man City. Now, coming off all that, today was a huge disappointment, and it's bound to happen. That's it's one of those days that when you have a young squad, you're going to have days like today, and it just sucks. Because it's an opportunity to win a trophy, and that's always huge. So I think we'll leave it at that.
I'll leave a last couple things real quick just to remember is even the way you see Arteta respond in press conferences after this game doesn't necessarily mean he's completely disappointed about what happened today. Because, like I said, the effort just didn't seem like it was there. So maybe that's in the tactics.
Especially coming off like the last 4 games, maybe the 4 or 5 games. The way we've been playing lately, the energy, the quick passing, the movement.
By instruction that they just didn't seem to be really going for it.
Today, there was none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. People are going to give you so much shit for that take. They really are.
I mean, how dare somebody say you didn't go after a win? I know. I'm not saying that it's just the win thing. It's just like, I mean, there's other things. Plus, the other thing, too, to remember is that these situations come up on a thinner squad where even if we agree or disagree whether he should have played a stronger side today, you have to know it was in his head. I don't want to pick up a extra injury before Liverpool, and now I already don't have some players at AFCON, and now I got another injury, and it's Liverpool, and
it's always
these things always gonna just hover over your head when your squad is thin like this,
Always, and it's been like that as an Arsenal supporter for, I mean, we used to always joke, January comes or when Wenger March comes and they're getting ready to start back, start the knockout rounds for the Champions League, and our whole team is hurt. It's like we got to play Barcelona.
Yeah, Bayern Munich.
So I don't know why that is with Arsenal. We all, and last year we backed ourselves into a corner too, I think. Yeah, we loaned out Maitland-Niles, and Cedric had to play a lot of games.
And Willock.
Remember,
Willock had a just a second half terror for Newcastle.
But meanwhile, we're running out of bodies, and those guys are gone. So hopefully that's not the case. We all know we need to buy players bad.
And like I was saying before, like it's to the point where maybe we got enough nucleus that, like I said, we just working on depth now. Yeah. It's okay to go and nick that $11 million guy that you think might help fill, and that $7 million kid that maybe's ready to go in a year, and all these other things. True. Get some depth going on the team now. We don't need a superstar signing this January. That would be great in the summertime. Yeah, but this January we need some not grizzled veterans, but we need like you said, we need those those role players who are good on a team. I don't know how to. What'd you think about Lakanga today? I like the way he moves and stuff. When we were talking about how we weren't crisp with the passes, like I felt like he has a tendency to hang on to the ball just an extra second. That thing that we used to kind of really hate about. How Xhaka would always hold the ball one more extra second and then give it away sometime. So I was feeling that with Lakanga a little bit, but I love the way he moves. And there was a couple times when I saw like emergency outlet passes go to him where it kind of looked like it was going to Partey. Like I was like, Partey. Oh wait, that's not Partey's not out there. Like
he's a big kid, man.
Yeah, got broad shoulders for a kid, and
it was nice to see him out there again. He didn't play bad. I mean, none of the they just caught us slipping on that goal. And, like I said, Leno got beat on his near post. But, hey, not his fault. I'm not saying that. It's just one of those situations. Cedric, Cedric's play with Saka was just – I mean, he's a big step off from Tomiyasu. Yeah. To the point where, I know Maitland-Niles is gone now. But, he's better at right back than Cedric, and he don't even want to play there. But what I mean? We got to do. We got to do some things, man. We got to bring in some people.
Yeah, and if anybody thinks I got a weird take that this game was kind of a joke, just remember that in the 92nd or 3rd minute, Kolasinac got subbed on. Kolasinac,
and we're a goal down.
All I could start thinking about was the rumors about this team wants to sign Kolasinac, and this team, and I'm like, is he just auditioning? Is he just throwing some guys up there? Nketiah is supposed to be maybe on his way out the door. He started him. That's
another thing. It's just like the writing's on the wall as far as we need bodies.
Yeah,
and it's been there for a while.
Yeah,
and there really hasn't been a sense of urgency, even on my Twitter feed. Every now and then people mention it. You know. Kind of like we need a midfielder and a striker, but we need more than that if you think about it. I mean, they're talking about loaning Cedric somewhere. Blockhead, Kolasinac.
Atletico Madrid wants Cedric,
right? Yeah,
to fill in for Trippier now that he's gone. I mean,
so it's we got big anyway. That's enough. We're out of here. Just a quick little podcast today because that was a boring, ridiculous game, and so that's all we got.
The Cocoa Butter Cup, we don't really do too much with that. So
this was the FA.
We're doing this for love, okay, y'all.
You can't make fun of the FA Cup, dude. People in England will try to kill you for that.
The oldest cup of Europe. Are you kidding me?
Bloody hell. Anyway, we're out. Thanks for tuning in. CITM Podcast on Twitter. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch this episode. Anyway, Let me get my shit together while I'm sitting around there giggling and shit. What you got? You gonna say bye or what?
Sunday football.
Raiders. Will they make the playoffs?
That's very exciting, but there's something bigger going on over here in the Bay.
What happened? Clay.
Tonight is the return of Klay Thompson, baby. Klay Thompson.
They play Cleveland too.
Yeah, Cleveland's been playing good.
Yeah.
So we're all excited in the Bay. I don't know what the Niners doing right now. Didn't look good for them.
Nah, the Niners. Anyway, Raiders are they?
They almost got a backdoor entry.
I knew
they almost got in for free. Now they got to win. So
you don't think so, right?
This Chargers team, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Raiders. I mean, hey, one hell of a season. Coach, wide receiver, 2 cornerbacks, all gone. Hey.
I give them. You think they should keep that coach?
Nah, probably not.
He looks like a buster.
He's a rah-rah guy.
Yeah. He's special teams coach or some shit.
Of course, that's all Gruden was a rah-rah guy. I don't think he's an X's and O guy at all.
Fitty, you mean to tell me Carl?
He always got that look like, you smell that? You smell that?
Carl, get your thumb out of his ass, Carl.
Okay. Let's hear it. Oh.
Anyway, shout out to Carl. That was Nasby. Anyway, enough.
Keep going.
Carl, hey, I blew the whistle. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.